Alrighty boys, figured I'd do a quick little video hauling this tractor for my buddy, and I've been very amazed. Just pulled over to touch on my hubs, see how it's sticking out. I like to let the air out. Ooh, I think you heard that. Boom, done. You know, this trailer just came out of service, so I wanted to do, you know, a little bit of miles. Hold on a sec, we got people coming. What I mean by a little bit of miles, I usually like to do 10-20 miles down the road and check the hubs, you know, just like I did. Figured I was out here, might as well do a video for y'all. So here you go. Deflate those boogers. Anyways, boys, I wish I could do a better video out here, but I can't. It's just this exit's pretty I guess popular, so I'll just talk in here. So for all you guys saying you're crazy, look, I have my gain at 4.5. okay, Serge, if you're watching this video, I don't know how you do it, bro, but you are a champ, man. You got these. Now, I mean, the boys in the shop say Serge got the brakes down, or the trailer's down. Well, what I gotta say is Serge got his brakes down. You know, I showed the boys the basics, but this ain't basic, man. There's some there's something that he figured out, because at 4.5, hauling that kind of weight, and I think honestly it's 12,000 pounds, to be honest with you. I mean, look at that. That's just crazy. 4.5 gain. You know, I'm using, what'd you see, 73 as the extreme, trying to come to a complete stop. Come on, man. You can see how much percentage I'm using there. That's phenomenal, guys. That really is phenomenal. Before all you guys start singing, and Paul, you're being reckless, you're not being considerate of other people, I just showed you my trailer. My trailer gain is set to 50% of its capacity. Yes, the axles are fairly maxed out on the trailer. The axle on the truck is at its limits, meaning it's still legal, but it's there, it's pushing it, right? The truck is doing just fine pulling this weight. I like to have this little boost gauge. Old school truckers know, you know, they used to drive by boost and EGT. When I'm excelling, I don't like to push it past 3 3/4. Like right now, I need to get on the highway. You know, I'll just keep an eye out, do something like this. This is Paul's extreme. You know, half
onto US 95.
Come on. You know, a half to 3/4. That's where I like to be. 2/3, roughly. So I'm getting up to speed, not pushing my truck, taking it easy, you know. For you boys, 50% of the turbo, you know, I ain't flooring this thing. I'm taking it easy. Obviously, it does not stop on a dime, but by all means, this thing is perfectly safe. I mean, I was just going through town for the last hour. And no, I'm not going across town. I'm going out of town into another state here. Got a few hours of driving to do, and I feel perfectly fine. Honestly, guys, if you do it right, you put your weights right, you're gonna be perfectly fine going for a few hours down the road. Would I put more weight? Probably not. There's a few key points I wanted to show out there, but clearly I didn't have my opportunity. That ramp was pretty popular, as I said. Slow her down. Speed limit 70 out here without messing with traffic. I feel like on the flats I can set her at cruise at 65. That's fine. I'm not messing with people too much. A lot of truckers do 65 out here anyways. But the key I wanted to underline here is have your front attachment down. What is that thing called? That's a backhoe, but what's the front attachment? Anyways, the back is a hoe. So put your hoe down a little bit with respectful pressure on the trailer, like I had it. I really wish I was back there showing you guys this instead of just talking about it. And then the front bucket, that's what I'm talking about. Put your bucket down with respectful pressure on it as well. So what this does is you're not putting all that weight on one point. Another thing I wanted to show, how the frame of the trailer isn't bowed. That's the key right there. Put weight on the back, weight on the front, and obviously the tractor itself has plenty of weight in the middle. So to offload it, offload the centerpiece a little, and this way you're a lot more stable going down the road. Obviously you got to secure it right. I got 2 straps there and 3 chains. As far as cargo control, those chains are right about there where we needed them. but you still need to strap down the hoe. Don't cheap out, guys. Cargo control is super important. Don't do bare minimum. Go an extra. Like I got 3 chains there, you know, 5,400 a piece. You know, that's respectfully past the 50 that my buddy was claiming that the tractor is. I honestly think it's about 12. You know, don't ride your brakes. Like I'm going down a hill, maintaining what, 60, 65, creeping up to 65. Everyone's passing me. I thought the speed limit was 55 here, but everyone's passing me, so I guess it's not right to do, but safe to do. A lot of people get those two confused. But anyways, we'll slow her down to 60. Super impressed, guys. I talked about placement on load, which is very important. The main reason I started rolling this camera is the truck. I am blown away with this truck. I absolutely love this truck. Is it perfect? No, but for what it does for my family. So me personally, my big key is here, my family, and puts food on my table. Here, let me try to figure this out. I'll show you. The back seat. I mean, look at that. That's a mess back there. 2 booster seats and a bunch of chips on the ground. You know, like right now, we're climbing a steep hill and I'm backing off the throttle because all I want to do is maintain my speed. I've chosen 55. That's roughly where I was at. And you could tell the boost gauge is hovering about the middle, you know, give or take a little bit. You know, we're coming off 55, so I'll give it a little more. We'll slowly excel, maintain speed. I'm cool with that. Just somewhat hang out there. You want your equipment to last you long, don't bury your foot in it. It's a diesel truck. I get it, but man, just don't bury your foot in it. As far as temps, guys, I haven't done a video in a long time, but as far as temps, y'all gonna be curious. 206 is not high. It's not okay for flat ground, but if you're pulling a little here or there, 206 is perfectly fine. 210, that's my comfort. 215, I start backing out slowly, you know, dropping the gear, a little bit higher revs. Another thing you guys got to understand, it's a double-edged sword. You go slow enough, you don't have enough wind going through your radiator. So my speed limit, or should I say my number in my books, anything under 35, you're really slow, and you're slowing down your cooling process at 65. So let's maintain 65. I really like 65. It's a good speed to be towing at. But anyways, boys, I am impressed. And Lord help me get back on YouTube. And what I mean by that, keep y'all updated, because I know I went missing. I don't want to talk about my business life, but it's been pretty hectic. I've been in with the boys every day, day in and day out, keeping them going, helping them out. You know, crews changing, managers are changing, so you got to keep up with them. And yeah, be a helping hand instead of a one to sit there and judge them and tell them everything they're doing wrong. Back to this truck. Do I have any regrets? No, absolutely not. How well does it tow this tractor? Very well. On a gauge, let's gauge it for you guys. Would I be fine doing this run every day? Absolutely. Would I be fine putting a bigger tractor? Smidge, you know, on a smaller scale, yes, but nothing dramatically bigger, you know. Where would be my limiting factor? My trailer. It wouldn't be the truck, it would be the trailer. I'd want to see a bigger trailer back there. But as far as this goes, obviously put more weight on the truck. I wish I had my gauge around here. It's in the footwell pretty much, or the foot panel down there, so I wouldn't be able to show you while I'm driving. But empty, I was at 30 psi, and then when I loaded this thing, I went up to 40 or 42, something like that. So that should tell you an idea how much pressure I've added to the rear bags. In my books, I put probably about 2,500 to 3,000 pounds on that rear axle. So it's there, you know, it's a solid weight. Truck's floating just fine, and I mean floating. So just for you boys watching this video trying to gauge, should you do this at home, biggest thing I can't stress enough is your brakes, man. A lot of you guys out there running with no brakes is what I figured out recently from my, you know, talking to boys around here, at least in Idaho. A lot of guys don't have brakes, and that freaks me out, man. On a respectful, on a realistic note, people that are responsible what I gotta tell you guys, skip the aftermarket parts. I strictly run Dexter parts. It's a Dexter axle, Dexter brakes, Dexter drums, brake drums. You know what I'm talking about. The only thing I don't buy Dexter is bearings. Some are, some aren't. That don't bother me. We've had good luck with what we use, and yeah, Schaefer's, guys. Schaefer's is the grease we use. It's night and day difference on them bearings. But anywho's, that's what's up. I'll wrap up my video here because I really want to make a video about this truck and the mileage and whatnot, and what my experience was. A screaming factor that really blew me away with this 21, it does not burn oil. I don't know what they changed or what the difference is, but this 21 does not burn oil. All my 19s and 20s burn oil, but this one just, you know, I have 6,000 miles with 6,800 miles on this oil change. Typical 1920 would have burned close to a quart by now. Their number is every 8,000 they burn about a quart with my experience. But yeah, I'll talk about that later, what I think it is, how I've combated it, but for a fact, just something's different about this 21. Yeah, I'll wrap it up there. If you're going on a long run, you might want to do your math. Gas mileage isn't hot, 8.1. That little number there is 8.1. That's my average miles per hour. I reset it as soon as I hooked up to this backhoe. Anyways, boys, as always, may the Lord bless you. May Almighty find day, and I'm just gonna enjoy my cruise out here. I love it, guys. If all I can do in my life is just for a living, is haul stuff on my pickup, that's all I ever want to do. Now, not Monday through Friday, of course, but you know, every other day, hauling loads, and then on the off days, spend time with my family. Anyways, God bless you. Ciao, bye.